and welcome to BowlerhatChef. You'll get 2 videos per week, one on Tuesday, one on Friday. Being a main or dessert, I don't know, so you'll have to tune in on Tuesdays and Fridays to find out. On this week's video, I'll be showing you how to make baked hake, homemade coleslaw, and roast potatoes. Sweet potatoes, that is. It has a garlic and butter sauce, and I'll show you at home how to make it. Let's hope this works out, because it tastes fucking beautiful. Right, let's get started. First of all, you're going to need a little bit of butter to make the butter to go around the fish, basically. It's going to be herb, garlic and lemon butter. You add the garlic. And now, I just went to the Good Food Show and I bought a fantastic kin knife. Japanese, absolutely beautiful. Chops like a dream. It's like steel cutting through butter when you're chopping vegetables. Even tough ones like sweet potatoes, which we'll be getting on to later. But for now, let's concentrate on the butter, because that's important. What you're going to do, slam it down, and it quickly removes the outer layer. And you just want to cut it up ever so slightly, so it all gets mixed in beautifully. Just so it's nicely mixed in. You've got to go to town on it to make sure it's all coated thoroughly inside. And as you can see, it's becoming a nice thick consistency. It's at this stage where you get some of your seasonings, guys. Some of your seasonings. Or attempting to, probably won't end up. You want a bit of herbs in there. These are just generic herbs that you can get generically anywhere. Generic herbs. So you're going to mix that all up together. Make sure it's all evenly distributed. You know, so it's spreadable. You're looking for a consistency of spreadable butter. To add a bit of flavour, I'm going to use some lemon juice. Now we're not going to use half a lemon or a quarter. We're going to use just a segment of that quarter. So that goes in, mixes in, make sure you get all the juice goodness in there, all nicely in there. And just keep the rest out on the side for now, because we will come back to that for later. Mix it all together with the herb, with the lemon. It's nicely infused. Yes, that smells divine. And now, for the main attraction of our dish, the fish. Dish, fish. I made a rhyme because my last name's also Fisher. Dish, fish, fish, dish. It's a fish dish. Because I'm clever, me. Now this is hake. Hake is a beautiful fish. It's very full of flavour and it's got a bone going straight through the middle that gives it stability so it can stand up. And what we want to do, it's sort of like a T-bone shape that's inside, if you can see it there. It's just T-bone, it goes across there and down into a small circle. And what we want to do with this nice, beautiful hake is we want to rub. Now what we're going to rub onto it is some quite simple stuff. We're going to rub a bit of pepper, make sure you get both sides. We want some ginger, because the lemon that's already in the sauce will react to it quite nicely and make lemon and ginger, so that's going to be quite nice. We want a little bit of that on there. Remember, this is only a rub. And finally, a little bit of salt, a little bit of sea salt. Just a little bit on it. And then we're going to rub it all together, and all the flavour gets right inside. So that's what we want to do. And now that's ready for the oven. That's simple. But we're just going to let it sit and rest inside the little glass where my butter was. I'm just going to put that on the side and we're going to do a bit of washing up now. Next, we're going to chop up some lovely sweet potatoes. We're going to chop up this lovely potato with the skins on. We just want to chop up the end first. Now, I have to warn you, this knife is incredibly, incredibly sharp. So watch how I'm keeping my fingers out of the way of the blade. Not there because I just tapped it to show. Now I'm going to make a very basic, very quick and very refreshing coleslaw that you at home can make, and it's absolutely spot on. All you need is a chopper. Now you can buy these choppers for about £5 and it minces and it chops so finely or thickly as much as you want, however much you think you want your coleslaw to be. But you've got to use brute force. Pick up your board and drop them inside the bowl. Chop the ends off your carrots. It just makes them a bit cleaner. Now these have already been pre-washed, so remember to always wash your carrots. One goes in. Look how quick it is. People at home, I will link in the description where you can buy one of these fantastic devices. They're not expensive, they're cheap as chips. Chop it in half, half again so it's into quarters, and then you just chop off a sizable amount, like that. You see how easy this is? And to make it, I like to use my knife work for this. Just so I'm using my knives, and I like to show off my skill. I constantly cut myself with this knife because I've been too silly with it. And so it's so sharp that it broke my last chopping board, which was quite thin, but it just went and then cut my chopping board in half. Right, give this a mix with your hands. Mix it all in together. And that's your base. That is your coleslaw base at the moment, as we speak. Now you can be as creative as you want. I like to use cucumber because it makes life a lot easier, and I like it to be quite thin. There's no learning, it's just simple food I'm doing here, guys. It's simple! And finally, you need to add some beautiful mayonnaise. So chunk that in. And this is a strange one, but roll with me, guys, roll with me. Because I'm a bit chubby, so you have to roll with me. Yogurt. Yogurt brings it to life. It creates a very natural flavour. Give it a stir, so it all incorporates together. You don't have to use your hands for this, I'm just using a small fork. This is where you need your lemon again. Cut another thin slice off, watch it fly. And just chuck it in there. And this will complement any dish that you want. This can go on a nice ham sandwich, this can go on a nice cheese sandwich. You can have it with beef, you can have it with chicken, and it just tastes so divine, so nice. And that's all you have to do for the coleslaw. You add your carrots, you add your cucumber, you add your cabbage, and you add your onion. That's your base, nice and fresh. Bit of lemon, just a wedge, and about a teaspoon or freehand of black pepper, and then that's it. This is what you get, ladies and gentlemen, a nice, healthy, fresh coleslaw. And they don't call me BowlerhatChef for nothing. We've got the bowler hats on. Let's give it a try. That is fresh.